Freshie, 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 na na na. We all need somebody that call me, I will come running. Vako zako za samabane dada zimeni bamba zaidi ya wale. Baby, I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza katitu tustiki lunda. Utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda mama. Nitakulinda. Freshy, 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 na na na.
Ceasar on the beat.
We all need somebody that call me, I will come running. Vako zako za samabane dada zimenibamba zaidi ya wale. Baby, I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza katitu twist kilunda, utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda mama, nitakulinda.
Africa's top player, top talent, Ceasar Chandega from Uganda, up against Athumani from, wow, Tanzania, Yasin, mtoto wa Samia. It is going to be a crack and a half. This is going to be massive. Right, this is going to be massive. And people, you can see the referees cleaning the table just to make sure everything's all right. Wow, what a moment to be alive. Ladies and gentlemen, Athumani Yasin against Ceasar Chandega. Wow, what a cracker we are having here. Could it be a surprise? Because everybody, of course, Chandega Ceasar is the favorite, but is up against an extremely formidable opposition. Priscilla, this is a crack and a half. There's a lot of anticipation. What do you think? What is your opinion?
Well, I am looking forward to fireworks here. Two top players, a top Tanzanian player versus a top Ugandan player. It is nothing but promising. The lag, for me, even the lag is exciting. That's how exciting it is.
All right. Wow, the Tanzania wins the lag. The Tanzania wins the lag. Very interesting indeed.
Yes, it does. Yes.
I'm telling you, I have a lot of experience. From there, I could see it from here that the Tanzania will win the lag, and he has won the lag. But another thing I can promise, this is a cracker and a half.
I'm sure it will be. Let's see if he draws first blood. He's opted to break first. Will he open this up with an apple? You never know. They're equally talented. I don't know if they're equally talented, but they're both talented.
Let me tell you, Priscilla, at this level, it's break and finish, and it will be a red apple. So you can never rule out anything. So Ceasar need to be very, very extremely careful.
Oh, true. They both need to be very, very careful, as they're both very talented. I'm seeing some predictions already in the comment section. Raymond Ahib was predicting Ceasar to win 7-4. Hermetluga Difference is predicting 5-5 at some point. You never know. The first break of this match, Athman breaks and pots 1 red. Ball's not very spread out. But let's see how he works his magic. Looks like he's gunning for the yellows there. I tip him to try and go for a break and run here, give Ceasar some pressure early on. But then again, does Ceasar feel some pressure? Most of these top players, I think, rarely or hardly succumb to pressure. Part of the characteristics that define them, making them the top players they are. It's promising to be a good one. Yeah, a nice one, Athman. Like his t-shirt says in the front, a nice one. 5 yellows to go. He's carefully mapping out his pattern here. Doing a very good job at it. 1 ball at a time. He shoots away. Being very careful in his approach. Nicely going around the table to ensure he has his calculation right.
Wow, just the way we anticipated it. The support has built really up. It is very, very ecstatic. Keruche, before you go, this is a crack and a half. The pool queen. What could be your opinion on this? This is a master cracker.
Definitely, and especially with the Tanzanian fans, it's gonna be an amazing show. This is the first frame on the table. As we always know, Ceasar doesn't crack under the fans' pressure.
And apparently, the Tanzanians are very, very noisy, but the Ugandans are so many also as well here. So we expect a lot of explosions here.
Oh yeah, we do. Just keep it Mchana Pool Club on YouTube. Keep watching, keep listening to Praise the Voice. We are making sure that you are experiencing the live as we are here in the venue. And if you can get here, we are at Mchana Pub and Grill along Ngong Road opposite Prestige Mall.
Wow. First of all, you're one of the top contenders for the ladies section, Keruche. How far have you reached? How far did you reach?
Julie from Uganda. How did that go?
I played, I played against Julie from Uganda. I got to the last 16. I don't feel bad that she got me out of the tournament because I was pretty confident. I played very well. I just need to work on the way that I finish my games. I gave away most blacks. But it's a learning process. The Ugandan ladies are doing very well, and the Kenyans will be catching up very soon. So I got eliminated in the last 16.
Wow, that is the pool queen, Keruche, the pool queen as well.
There's still two Kenyans. There's still two Kenyans remaining. I think there's one game still going on, and she's doing very well, Mary Nganga. So. Yeah, urging all the ladies that are watching to also make sure to participate in the next coming tournament. It's an amazing experience. The pressure is nice to experience, to feel.
All right. Just before I go, the pool queen, you've been in charge of the media for the Mchana tournament. You've been very active. Do you think it could be a factor? Maybe you could have distracted your strategy on the game table for the time being, or do you think? But it certainly must have distracted a little bit because little divided concentration could have affected you.
I wouldn't fully blame that, but obviously, if I put my mind to it and just focused on playing, these girls will see fire. Can you imagine that I have to be the last person here after the game and then go sleep for a few hours and come back? Imagine if I get 8 hours of sleep. I'll not be missing any shot. So trust me, the next time that you guys are going to see me.
Hold on, Ale. Priscilla, do you believe that? Is it possible? Because she's in charge of media, she's commentating, she's doing so much. Will it be can it be a factor in a situation like this?
Definitely. Such things give you pressure. The admin gives you pressure. Well, for me, though, what I can say for myself, I just wish I could play as well as I talk. Well, as well as I see the game. I see the shots, but I can't execute them as well, unfortunately. And in the comment section there, I'm seeing some predictions. Dennis Twine says 7-3 to Ceasar. Kambiade Ruben agrees with you. All right, okay. You never know. Ceasar is one of the finest players ever produced in Africa, but is prone to mistakes like what we just saw. He almost fluked there. Unfortunate miscue from Ceasar, and Athumani is back on the grind, likely to draw first blood here. Some insight on this match, Pool Queen.
I think this is a done frame. I feel like this is a done frame. Because I know Yasin knows that if he doesn't clear those two remaining balls, then Ceasar is gonna sting him hard. This being the first frame and the amount of energy that we're getting just tells you that going forward to the coming frames, it's gonna get heated and heated and heated. I think he's just gonna roll it with a little bit of a follow. Yasin trying to make sure that he makes sure not even a fly can distract him on the table. Chris, I feel like these guys make the game look so easy until you're the one playing on the table.
I know, right? It's a pool made to look easy. They make it look so easy.
It's amazing because it's just gonna motivate us to get to this kind of class.
I know, I'm highly motivated myself. I wish I could play like them one day. These stars, surely worth my time and energy. What a pleasure to watch. I hope you are all entertained. It's only one frame so far. I thoroughly am entertained. It's live, it's happening, the vibe is awesome, it's out of the roof. Here at Mchana Pub and Grill, the crowd is growing bigger and bigger as the clock wears on. It's awesome. I'm loving it. 1-0 in favor of Athumani in a race to 7.
Priscilla, will this be the history repeating itself? Because in the last Mchana International, Ceasar Chandiga was eliminated by a Tanzanian, and here is facing against a former Tanzanian. Do you think there's a possibility of history repeating itself?
Could be a deja vu moment for Ceasar. Could be a repeat. However, he could be baying for the Tanzanian's blood, eager to revenge. He looks hungry for that win. He looks seriously poised and confident. He breaks in the second frame. After losing the leg, he is breaking at all even numbered frames, while Athumani will break at all odd numbered frames. It's alternate breaking. Unfortunately for Ceasar, it's a dry break. Can we get some insight from Mr. Evans Okacha? Any insight on this game?
Yeah, amazing stuff, Priscilla and Karushe taking charge of this particular one, but maybe a few words on this one. I think it gets very exciting anytime Ceasar Chandiga gets on the table. A lot of expectation, really. I mean, on these experienced shoulders of Athumani Yasin, I think he's the one under pressure here, really, because for Ceasar, there's a lot that seems to already be going for him in terms of the crowd support. As much as that is, an expectation on him, I think Ceasar always delivers under pressure. Coming into this match, and especially looking at the flow chart of Yasin's pathway, seemingly, if he can beat Ceasar, then I think there really should be nobody to stop him. So I think for him it's really a challenge to see can he go beyond this point. This for me looks like not an impossible assignment, but an improbable one. Really, the odds are stacked up against Yasin on this one. And Ceasar also coming off, from very hot tournaments, all the way from Morocco. Big money marches, goodness me. Just when, wow. This is of course a round of 64 match. Just for your updates on table number 4, Nafiz Kara fighting for his life. 6-5 down. And now there's a lot of support on the way of Athumani Yasin. Shall we get into the comment section shortly? Sydney Mwema, you say power, power. See you all. Thank you so much for finding time to join this stream. It's always a very exciting one, really. If you are just joining the commentary now, this is a round of 64 match between Ceasar Chandiga and Yasin Athumani. Athumani leading 1-0. A lot of you on the comment section calling this a head start. But this gentleman seems to have understood his assignment very well today. He knows the expectation. Just gauging by his demeanor, he's coming into this one not as the lesser candidate, not as the underdog, if his demeanor is anything to go by. A lot of confidence. Look at that boy. Oh my goodness, that's very good shooting. Gets very nice position on that one. A lot of comments coming in thick and fast. And I'm back in studio with Poj.
Evans, this is interesting. The loudness and the noise of the Tanzanians, do you think will influence this match or as a professional? What do you think?
I have to take you back to the game between Aiden and Ceasar back in Uganda. Oh my goodness, unlucky. Very unlucky. And tell you what, Priscilla has very visible goosebumps. By the way, you wonder what the player must be feeling.
Evans, let me tell you something. This young boy from Tanzania, he has to be extremely strategic, because we know Ceasar is a comeback king. He's a comeback, one of the best comebacks in Africa. So this boy has to be careful. He builds his game so that he can put Ceasar under pressure up going forward.
Yeah, this is the kind of match that you don't want to make any mistake. While that sounds humanly impossible, it's the bare minimum required. For now, his mistakes is more than what is the bare minimum. Gives up a frame in a way of a foul, a catastrophic foul, fatal one. It's a loud sound of nothing, dry break. He has not been breaking very well, Ceasar, by the way, in recent days. So if you go on that table, you definitely want to be the one breaking right. Has been in very sublime form coming off the hay ball competition in Morocco. A lot of money matches up north. Ceasar closes the table on the yellows, and now all the attention shall be on the yellow next to the long rail. Let me just get to your comments now. Thank you so much for your company. Musinguzi Peter, you asking for scores? I think those are very clear there. Kibet Daniel, you say anything is possible under the sun. Remember, at one point, Morocco Ceasar was leading against the magician. I mean, you make a fair point. Tafadzwa Barure, you say Ceasar Chockwell. Look at the tip before taking a shot. Some comments in a way of advice. MRM Pularena, you say Ceasar will win, guys. No worries. A lot of confidence there in terms of his ability to deliver the goods. Che Huspa, you say soon Beast Mode will be activated. Alex Kipneting talking about head starts. Buini Kennedy seems to be laughing all the way to the final, is it? David Kamunya, you say these Tanzanians. Collins Masawi, Sydney Mrema, Witness Terremote, Dev Kamunya. Farid Wezo, Kigongo, MB Deep House, Vibes, South Africa. The Update, Katerega Peterson, and Alex Kipleting. I want to say a very big thank you for finding time to join the live stream this afternoon. If you're catching the sound of his voice, this is Evans Okacha coming to you live from the Mchana Pub and Grill, bringing you the live coverage of the Grand Mchana Open. Ceasar staring at two yellows that look very potent, so he definitely can go for a bottom right to then nudge off. Not quite. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful one. Ceasar sets up a very easy Yellow to the corner. That is Ceasar leading. Basic stuff. Maripet, Soyentet, you say my money is on Ceasar. Ceasar Chandiga asserts his authority on this one. Takes a firm lead. Look at the anxious faces of the fans there. What is your prediction, by the way? What is the final score you're predicting? Just post your scores on the chat box. Bwini Kennedy, you say yo. Remember, 31,000 US dollars up for grabs. Want to send a big shout out to the crew bringing you the live broadcast, led by director Danito. Brian, the cameraman on this one, doing us very solid justice. Talked about the breaks, and that invites Athumani Yassin back to the table in what looks like a possible clearance. He has a very, very big assignment nicely cut out for him. Abdallah Rashid calling it for Ceasar 7-3. Wycliffe Ayunga calling it for Ceasar 7-5. Alex Kipleting, Ceasar 7-4. Fred Mabeta, Ceasar 7-4. Ibrahim Abshir, Ceasar 7-3. Wow, guys, it's very pessimistic on the side of Athumani, really. Shall be just giving you a good analysis from the floor chart, just to tell you the amount of opponents that Athumani has gone through, in a way to give you a sense of his abilities. Thank you so much, Brian Curry. Brian Curry goes by the name Ceasar Walubao. He's a fake Ceasar. He's a local Ceasar, really, in his playing arena. Let's not call him fake. I think he draws a lot of inspiration from Ceasar. In very many ways, I think Ceasar has inspired a lot of young players across the continent. I mean, give it up to the man. Having traversed continents to play this game, now at a professional level, earning from the sport. That says something to a lot of young Q artists across the continent. What do you think of that, Priscilla, really, watching the effect that Ceasar has on young players especially?
He has a massive influence on a lot of young players. I mean, he does have everything it takes to be a superstar. The discipline, the character, the skill. But then again, like we always say, a good sportsman has to have both skill and discipline, which he possesses. A very humble lad. I mean, just in my country, we do have a young lad, an upcoming star, who calls himself Junior Ceasar, because he looks up to Ceasar. He inspires many across the continent. A star, that one. Very good player in all regards. Very good sportsman. I have nothing I can fault him for. Very lovable character. Indeed, he is. I think Ceasar snookered, yeah? Oh no, my bad. Ceasar's playing yellows. Sorry, my bad. I lost focus on the game when I'd stepped off. Ceasar's in command on the yellow class of balls and looks like he's cruising away now. One shot at a time. He's likely to clear. Doesn't seem to have any problem balls. Nicely focusing, taking his time. I like the stroke, the stance. He's got all the basics right. And working his way to stardom as far as this match is concerned. 2-1 it is, he leads. Still early days. we cannot write Athumani off as yet. Anything can happen. But Ceasar, the scorpion, his sting is powerful.
Priscilla, we always expected it. Could it be the beast mode of Ceasar? Because in beast mode, Ceasar is unbeatable. Could this be the beginning of the beast mode for Ceasar Chandiga?
I'm tempted to say no, actually. Not yet, rather. Just for one reason alone, just a small technicality I noticed. So far, all his breaks have been dry. He's aiming for the second ball. I don't know, maybe that works for him. He usually does aim for the second ball, in my observation. But there's something he does need to change about the break. I don't know in what shape, way, or form he can adjust his break, but he needs to do something to avoid those dry breaks. He's had 2 turns to break, and both have been dry. He needs to work on that. So I think that's about the only error I can point at right now in terms of his game. Otherwise, he's doing well. He's queuing well, save for one miscue earlier. Was it in the first or second frame? Right. But he's being the Ceasar, we know. He's down to the black. Obviously not intimidated by the close proximity of the cue ball to that red. He can manage it. I would foul. But this is Ceasar, the scorpion, now leading at 3-1. It's exciting. It's on. It's happening here at Mchana Pub and Grill, where most of Africa's stars are gathered. Only a few missing, but it's definitely exciting. The vibe is happening. It's on. Lots of fans crowded here. Hope you're enjoying too, from wherever you're watching from. 3-1, 4 frames down. Frame number 5 loading. Athumani breaking.
Amazing stuff there. Thank you so much, Priscilla, with those insights, especially around the technicality of the Ceasar breaks. We totally appreciate your company on this one. We hope you're having a lovely experience through and through. Center referee is none other than Colin Sindoshi. He's an upcoming player as well, drawing a lot of inspiration from Ceasar. Must really wonder how it feels to officiate his game and watch it from a front row seat. Shall be getting comments from him a little bit later. Alex Kipleting, you say Ceasar is your mentor. Comes up dry. Yassine, is it? No, I think something goes in. Still on the table. Patrols that table like he owns it. Very calculative, Yassine. So the scores stand at 3-1. 3-1 in favor of Yassine. Sorry, Ceasar. Pardon me.
Waiter, Bombay.
It's a good shot to close the table there by Yassine on the yellows. Drops the yellow to open up another. Think that third last yellow should be going to the same pocket with about 30-40% power. Overdoes it and almost risks it. Very lucky today. He's carrying a lot of luck on his back left pocket coming into this match. Playing against Ceasar, you surely need all the luck you need. You surely. Because these are balls. Round balls can go anywhere on that flat surface. It's a rookie mistake that probably might be adequately punished. Okello Chris, you say the guy has good breaks but very poor clearance. Brian Curry asking about how Kilifi was. Kilifi was great, but now we are back in business. Ben J. Matongo, see you there. Alex Kipleton, thank you for your flowers. You say Evan Sokacha, Peter Chobe, and Priscilla, the top African commentators. Priscilla sending a lot of love back your way, Alex. Kinyera Poli, I see you on the stream. Thank you so much. In the meantime, I shall be leaving you in the safe hands of Priscilla as I catch some water break. Priscilla to take us underway on this fourth frame.
Ceasar has left your throat dry, huh? Nice shooting there from Ceasar. He's focused on the black and looking to record 4-1 scoreline. That he does 4-1. He's cruising away, having won 4 straight frames, starting with the black and white. Unfortunate encounter there where Athumani sent the black and the white cue ball packing at the same time, giving Ceasar his first win. And since then, he's been baying more and more for Athumani's blood. 4-1 it is. Ceasar's cruising. It's a first to 7, a best of 13. Ceasar needs 3 frames and Yasin needs double that. 5 frames down. Frame number 6 loading. Ceasar is breaking at all even numbered frames. It's alternate breaking. All of Ceasar's breaks, as we mentioned earlier, have been dry. Let's see if he improves on that. Athumani has been doing a lot better in terms of his breaks, but Ceasar has been doing better on the clearing a bit. Ceasar about to break. I think he'll be aiming for the second ball. He shakes his head a little. I think he's adjusting the way he wants to break. I think he adjusted it. Will it work? It worked this time. Well done to him. Good break. Breaks and pots for the first time in this encounter. Ball's not very opened up, but this is Dust Scorpion. He can manage this. Definitely manage this without much trouble. The very clear shot to pick either class of balls, and his pick is the red class of balls. Winnie Kennedy, I see you are predicting a 7-1. 7-1 to Ceasar. You never know, you never know. Let's see how that goes. You may be wrong. You may be right. Kenyan in Kiambu, that's your name there. I'm not sure what your question means. Is Priscilla the same PR? Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Anyhow, Ceasar in control here. 4 reds to go. I'm feeling a bit nervous for him, that cue ball position. He makes the pot. This is Ceasar. Very good player. 2 reds to go in no time. I think it's safe to say he's down to the black. It's rather precariously positioned. But let's see how he manages it. I'm sure these are biscuits for Ceasar. Kelvin Omani in the comment section saying, my Ugandan boys running rampage into the next round, kiddos. Yeah, the Ugandan boys are doing pretty well. Unfortunate miss there by Ceasar. However, the position of the black wasn't easy, to be fair. And he has been running rampage in this encounter thus far. He almost recorded a green apple there. It would have been his first green apple of this match. Athumani is obviously relieved to be given an opportunity to shine as far as this frame is concerned. Will he maximize? Show us what you got, Athumani Yasin, Tanzanian star. One ball at a time, he carefully shoots away. Clearance, I'm sure, shouldn't be too difficult. 5 yellows to go. He looks focused, very serious. A man on a mission, a nice one, like your t-shirt says. Great stuff.
Priscilla, are you seeing a possibility of a comeback here?
Never say never. Like I always say, never say never. Anything is possible. However, it's a very tall order. It's very difficult against a star player, Ceasar, one of the finest players Africa has ever produced. But anything is possible, eh? Ooh, careful. He almost sent the black in there. Yeah. Almost potted it. Anything is possible. However, he'd really have to bring...
If there's anything this young Tanzanian has ever needed, is this frame. You need this frame. You need this frame.
It really does, but that the position of the cue ball so close to the black makes it a little more stressful. But let's see how he manages it. Because
it is possible, Priscilla.
Yeah, it is definitely possible. A lot harder though, because the cue ball is kissing onto the black. But you never know.
Let's see. Let's wait and see. So far so good, but it's still difficult. It is so difficult, Priscilla. It is extremely difficult. But let's see.
If we were playing against an amateur, I think I would advise him to take the cue ball somewhere into bulk there, along the same rail as the black, but not against a star player, especially like Ceasar. He'll make a plan. So I don't know what sort of, okay, he's gone for that so-called amateur.
That's a perfect holding shot.
I'm not sure about the use of the word perfect. It would have been very good if you were up against an amateur.
Priscilla, look at the position of the cue ball.
It's advisable if you're playing against an amateur, but I'm feeling tense for him here because Ceasar can still manage this.
All right. Interesting indeed, Mr. Evans Okacha. Yeah, you're also a player. Yep. Not a professional. What do you think?
Wow. Oh my goodness. There goes the luck. He needed it. And now Lady Luck begins to smile down upon Athumani. Mark the date, mark the time. You will never see another mistake like that from Ceasar in a long time to come. It's a very rare one there. Very, very rare one. Just a brief correction on the postings on the WhatsApp group. We have interchanged the scores between Ceasar and Athumani. Sorry about that. That must surely be very interesting for you. Everybody must be joining based on that scoreline. To verify, shall just be correcting that shortly. It's Ceasar 4, Athumani Yasin 1. Some edits coming your way. And now you should hear the full voice of the Tanzanian contingent in the building. They will believe again. You might almost imagine that their homeboy is leading. But surely he's 50% on his way to equalize. But they will enjoy that And why shouldn't they, really? Why shouldn't they? This is Ceasar Chandigarh. The killer of giants. Has had a lot of good exploits on various continents in Europe and China, as well as on the continent in Africa. There is always something magical about him in terms of his ability to attract following. I think it comes down to his personality, very, very humble and soft-spoken. So much for a man of such humongous talent. As I always say, if only I had half the talent Ceasar has, goodness me, the world would know about me. Let me get to your comments. Thank you so much for keeping them coming. Alex Kibleting, Meluko Difference, Tabo Motlung, Silas Peace, Kinyera Poli, Raymond Elias, David Dabi, Swale Nsengi Yunva, Benon Lennon, Sydney Brema, Meluko Difference, Katerega Bob, the famous Katerega Bob. Katerega Bob, I think the video of you celebrating on that fateful shot in the Nile Open always keeps trending. And he posted a comment on Poj. Say greetings. Poj is here to receive your greetings. Back to this game.
Evans, what an explosion we're having here. Initially, the Tanzanians were so loud, but now they're getting to reality that this is Ceasar, the Scorpion. So, what do you say, Evans Okaja?
I think they have every reason to believe. It's only 4-2. Slightly just, Ceasar is slightly over halfway the mark. Now some very cagey play there from Yassin. I mean, Ceasar is not the kind of player that you really balance a lot of offensive and defensive play on, really. I think he's the kind of player that is susceptible only to players that go for all-out attack. And if you have to snooker Ceasar, it has to be almost close to perfect.
Sorry, Evans, but this is very interesting. Apparently, Ugandans are not even here to support Ceasar, and there are many, and I think they are overconfident. Ceasar, let's leave it to the table, because the Tanzanians are really making a lot of noise. They're telling, but they're making a lot of noise, and apparently, Ceasar is calm, and at the same time, the Ugandans are quiet. What's your perception of that?
Yeah, I mean, Poj, I think, based on the experience of these two players, side noises have really very little angling on the players. These are players that are used to play in very hostile environment in terms of crowd support or the chants from the crowds. You know, as I get back to the commentary though, the comment section. Mr. Martins, thank you so much for the flowers. Some guy by the name Erickson, aka Rick Rose, calling it for Ceasar. A lot of predictions on that comment section in favor of Ceasar. Actually, but I saw one very rare one supporting Yassin. I think I'll have to get that and read it out. Kataraga Jamil, you say, what a nice table. This is a United King table. Oh, good shooting. Look at that pattern. If my director gives me that overhead shot, look at that pattern. That's a very important one. That's over. That's game over, really, for Ceasar.
Evans, this could be the beast mode of Ceasar. The way he's shooting and the spinning, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, sure. I mean, for a player of this level, you cannot expect anything less other than simple clearance. Look at that. Simple, basic stuff. He makes pull look very easy. As Peter Schober really says it all the time. But you take that cue and try to clear that frame, and you will begin to realize just how hard playing pull is.
Evans, let's go to the basics. Let's look on the other side. This young boy from Tanzania, the way he's shooting against an African champion, could we give him some little credit? Because he's done his role very well.
We can say a lot about his game. Unfortunately, this is a game of absolutes. We only can get one winner out of this one, no draws. That scoreline is beginning to look very, very familiar. I think at this particular point, he is honestly out of depth. The boy is drowning, clearly.
Evans, let's not be too much, but I can assure you, trust me, the future is too bright for this boy because he looks very young. This boy looks hardly 22, 23. He's a very young boy, but with a lot of future ahead of. But Priscilla, I know you could be a mother. This is a young boy, and I can see the Tanzania boy has a lot of future ahead of him. What do you think? He's shooting against an African champion.
Yeah, I am feeling a bit sorry for him. He's being overpowered by Ceasar. But allow me to play devil's advocate here in his defense. I tip him to go for a decider here. That's my hope for him. I hope he pulls back 4 straight frames from here on out. Wow. To overtake Ceasar, to lead 6-5. And then we get to see a decider. Then maybe Ceasar can win. Any man can win from that point, but I hope for a decider.
That's a really big call, Priscilla. I think it's too optimistic for a player that we haven't seen a green apple from. What do you think? Where are the 4 coming from?
So what? You should be optimistic in life. Why not? Why not? I'm optimistic.
In a realistic way, right?
Yeah, so in a way, I'm now hoping for Ceasar to miss so that Athumani can win 4 straight and overtake Ceasar. And let's sit on 6. And then Ceasar can cruise on from then on. That's my wish for him. He'd have made a name for himself if he manages to do that.
I totally agree, but I think this game is ending 7-2. Honestly, at this point, based on the way Ceasar is shooting, I think he's hit a sort of sweet spot in this game. He's now feeling very comfortable. And there's nothing as dangerous as a good player being comfortable on a table.
Yes, I know. And Yasin is the underdog here. So I'm going for the underdog to at least make a name against Ceasar. To at least make it to a decider. Even if he loses, he'll be like, hey guys, I made it to a decider with Ceasar. I'd be proud of him if he manages to do that. Ceasar is obviously one of the favorites to win the tournament. I'd be happy for him if he does. He's got all of what it takes. He's down to the black. I think it's about to go in, and it's in.
Oh my goodness. The underdog story is always a fairy tale. They don't come so often. But for this one, I think everything beginning to look all too familiar now. 1 frame to go, and Ceasar is doing the basic stuff here.
And I love myself a fairy tale.
Amazing stuff there from Priscilla. Thank you so much for all the comments coming in thick and fast. We cannot read all of them, but we really appreciate your delightful company. Collins Indoshi, the center referee, rocking what could easily be the last frame of this match. Maybe, just maybe. The Tanzanian contingent now dead silent. One of them, though, finding some voice.
frame number 9 still in progress. Just checking out some of the comments in the comment section. Mento 100 says, commentators, get your facts right. Ceasar being African champion, where and when did he win the African title? Actually, I don't believe any of us did mention that he did win the African title. I, for one, said he's one of the finest players that Africa has ever produced. The African title currently belongs to Aiden Joseph from South Africa. He's won that a couple of times. I believe he's actually got the highest number of accolades in basketball in Africa. So he would be the official #1 player of Africa. Ceasar, according to fans, according to many of us, is the #1 gambler. I think that's a unanimous agreement. He's the top gambler of Africa, and Aiden is the #1 ranked player in Africa. Game number 9. Athumani is fighting hard, hoping to win 5 straight frames. Tall order. Nevertheless, it is still possible. Look at difference. You're saying, Priscilla, that's impossible. You never know, you never know. It's very difficult for him to win 5 straight frames here against Ceasar, especially since he's just snookered himself. And Ceasar is likely to punish him for that mistake if he fails to pot. It's easy enough for him to escape that snooker, but potting, on the other hand, is a different story. Let's see how this plays out.
Maybe Priscilla, I don't know about Zimbabwe, but in Kenya we have a trending song called Kasongo. It must be a global thing, right?
Oh yeah, it is also hit the charts in Zimbabwe. Kasongo, yeah, something like that. I don't even know what it means, but I always hear people singing it, and everyone's going crazy about it. Something about a warthog, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a V16 turbo engine, so
Yeah.
just in relevance to this game, you know, Yasin would need a Kasongo of himself to actually catch up with Ceasar on this one, because Ceasar is back on the table and seems to be meaning business. Honestly, look at that roll. Nicely done. I mean, the pattern is easy now. He's gone through the hard part.
I see someone in the comment section there saying, be serious, Ceasar isn't a gambler. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but have you not seen Ceasar playing any money matches? That's what we call gambling in pool. Ceasar plays plenty of those, and he succeeds in most of them. He is a definite gambler and a very good one at it. Very good player all round.
Yeah. I mean, such pressure matches really do something in terms of your mental capacity to absorb pressure, you know, especially when you get very close, 21, 20, 24, 25 in terms of score lines, as is the case.
Ceasar has built a lot of resilience with all the races he's played, a lot of long races that he's used to, and he normally shines, especially lately. I've not seen any player beat Ceasar in a race to 21 in maybe a year or more. I've seen Aiden and Jeremiah doing so. But the last encounter, Jeremiah has beat Ceasar on a couple of occasions in the race to 21s. But the last encounter they had, Ceasar was the victor in that one. He's a very good long racer, a very good gambler. And Athumani is a snookered.
Oh boy, I think this should now almost be it. If he makes a mess of it, he knows he's done and dusted. Shall be blown out of the water. And that now looks very, very probable. Really enjoying here the company of Priscilla in terms of detailing the occurrences in this match underway between Ceasar Chandiga of Uganda versus Athumani Yusin of Tanzania. Young man has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. As I had already said, a task akin to milking a giant African elephant. And he's gotten at least 2 liters out of this giant elephant. That should now be it. Ceasar Now in full sight of the round of 32 assignment. This looks to be done and dusted. Basic stuff. Look at this fun. I called it 7-2 the final score. The boy delivers the goods. Yassin offers a hand, throws in the towel, accepts the results. Ceasar will shake a lot of hands around the table, has a lot of fun, takes a lot of tips. Oh my goodness. That does it for us for this match. Thank you so much for your company. We totally appreciate you.
Another blockbuster. Another blockbuster. Simon Luburwa, aka the computer, taking on Damien Overton from the UK, ladies and gentlemen. Damien Overton taking on Simon Luburwa.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from the Mchana Pub and Grill. This is the Mchana Grand Open. Ceasar, congratulations on your win.
Thanks a lot.
How was it?
I started really kind of bad. I was off confidence, but I catch up in the middle of the game.
Right, Ceasar, I think it's still early on in the game. Many more to come. What are your expectations out of this tournament? Because that's not an easy player. But you are Ceasar Chandiga of Africa. Do you come with a lot of pressure in terms of the expectation to win?
Yeah, sometimes I got a lot of pressure of winning. But all is a game. I just play my best and I see what comes out. God is in control.
Yeah. Always easy, right? Now, a lot of young players out there are looking forward and up to you and are looking forward to your good performance in this tournament. What did you wish to say to any young player that plays this game for fun and wants to go professional like you are?
To any young player outside there who wants to make pool his career, who wants to make pool a professional game to him, all I can say to him is pool need discipline. You have to practice as much as you do to perfect your game. You have to be disciplined as well off table. All those count in. So.
Right. Very well paraphrased there. That is Ceasar Chandiga for you, the winner of the game between Ceasar Chandiga and Yassin. And we wrap it up at that. Congratulations. On to the next one.
Thank you.
We want to wrap that up. It's Ceasar Chandiga 7, Yassin 2. See you in the next one.
Baby, I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza kati tu twist kilunda. Utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda mama.